Bill McIntosh teaches AI non-stop. Success is his game, marketing's his fame. McIntosh, the marketing ace, follow his lead to the winning place. With AI become a spin, join him now, learn to win. Learn his way, don't delay. If you do, you'll make your fortune today.
Hey, welcome to the show. I'm your host, Bill McIntosh. Cheers. We'll give just a moment for everybody to get piled in since we just went live. Do me a favor and give me a big warm hello in the chat. Give me a big hello in the chat. Let me know that you are indeed here with me, and we'll get things kicked off. By the way, we have subscriber-only chat turned on for this show. And if you would like to chat with us, ask questions, which we do in Ask Me Anything. If you want any help from me, I've generated over $100 million in revenue across my internet businesses, and I'm here to help you. If you'd like to ask me questions, get some critiques of what you're doing now, get some advice, whatever it might be, then you're going to want to subscribe to the channel. So drop in, and you'll see down below the video a red subscribe button. Click it and make sure there's a little bell icon. You're going to tap that. Make sure you tell YouTube you want to know when we have new content on the channel. We're always posting new stuff that's all about entrepreneurship, how to use AI to make money online, how to start an online business, and how to scale and grow your business into being very, very profitable. So if you'd like to chat with us and get more content from us, then please subscribe, and that will unlock your ability to ask questions and chat in the chat panel. Sometimes YouTube has a slight little delay. So right, if you just freshly subscribe, I think they might have you like a little delay where it's a minute or two before it lets the chat unlock. That's YouTube doing that, not me. But you can chat with us there. I'm seeing a lot of warm hellos. And I see some people have some questions coming up. So we'll be doing some Q&A in just a little bit. So hang tight for that. Today's show is going to be all about AI image generation and AI image editing. And I bring this up because this is one of the most profitable things you can do in your business. And you might think, well, why does playing around with images make us money? Because they're fun to mess around with, right? From, I like to put my dog in different situations, put them in different clothes and do things like that. In fact, I turn my dogs into children using AI, and there they are on my phone case. But it's really fun to mess around with image editing tools. But if you know how to do it correctly, it's incredibly profitable. And just within the last 72 hours, the three titans of the AI world have released new image editing tools. There's a clear winner between the three. And so what we're going to do today is I'm going to walk through all three of the releases. I'll show you what they do, how they work, how you can use them. Then we're going to do a head-to-head comparison. I'll do it live. So we'll go through live. I'll show you how to use each tool to make profit, which one is the clear winner out of the three that you should be using. And then we have some bonus content where I'm going to walk through how you can actually use these tools to make actual money and put some profit in your pocket. That is the agenda for today's show. How does that sound? Anybody here play around with the image generation tools? Some of you might know what I'm talking about because there are three of them that had just got released. It's been a lot of fanfare and buzz and excitement about them. Have you played around with any of them? Let me know in the chat if you have yet. And I'd love to hear your thoughts if you have. Like, what did you get out of using it? Did you think they're useful? You think you're going to use it in your business? We definitely love feedback from you in the chat there. Yeah, that would be cool. So we're about to start. We'll do that segment of training in just a moment. One last little thing. I want to remind you to subscribe. We're like that close from hitting 24,000 subscribers at the moment. I would love to hit that goal. And I know producer Nick, who is like right over there, would also love to do that. What do you say? 24,000 subs? Can we do it by tomorrow, do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So we need your help for that. So if you have not yet subscribed and you want content about making money online using AI, then you'll definitely want to subscribe to the channel. So help us hit that 24,000 subscriber mark. And that would be pretty awesome, don't you think? Okay, cool. And I see here, I just realized my monitor is like way over here. Let me pull this monitor over here. I've got too many monitors. So I've got like a bank of monitors surrounding me. Okay, this one is now moved up here. Okay, cool. It looks like we are good to go. And hello, I see a bunch of the regulars here too, and some new faces. I see quite a few new faces out there. So that's one thing we forgot to do. Who's new? Say I'm new in the chat. If this is one of your first times being on the show with me live, let me know. Say I'm new in the chat if you are. I'd like to do some shout outs for some of our new members. And if you're old timers, you can tell me, you can say hi and tell me that too in the chat. But who's new? Give me an I'm new in the chat. Okay, I see Sydney is new. So welcome, Sydney. I'm glad that you are here. I got Margaret. So hello, Margaret. Welcome to the channel. We got Victor here is also new, and Catherine and Nuezo. I probably butchered your name. Maybe I didn't. Victor is new-ish. We got Mike. Let's see, who have I missed? Jocelyn, George, Charles, Kim, Terry, Tina. Wow, a lot of new people in the chat today. So welcome to the show. And as I said, our channel is all about helping you succeed as an entrepreneur. And we focus on using AI. And especially if you're newer and wanting to get started and get something going, then we have stuff. Not only do we do the live show, we're here every single Wednesday for the live show. Although we missed last week. I was actually off networking in the Caribbean. I went to this big business networking function, big mastermind in the Caribbean. So we skipped last week's show, but we are here every single Wednesday with a live show. And then we also release at least one video a week with training. So that's where we do these highly edited and polished how-to videos teaching you different strategies about how to get visitors to your website, how to build your website, how to create a product, how to get your business launched, all those kinds of topics we cover. And it's all free, and it's all here on the channel for you. So welcome to all the people. I see more new people coming into the chat. So I want to welcome you all. Even if I did not call you out by name, I appreciate you being here. And we're going to serve you well and help you build your business. And which was pretty cool, by the way. So producer Nick and I, who is not on camera today, he's off over there. Here in my home studio. He's here with me on location because we just literally flew back from San Juan, Puerto Rico. We were at a 9-day networking mastermind event in the Caribbean on a Virgin cruise ship. So that was kind of cool. So we jumped on a Virgin cruise ship and hung out with some of the world's most successful entrepreneurs. Like, we're talking people that build billion-dollar companies. You know, I'm proud of my track record of I've done $100 million, but there were guys there that they founded companies that generated $1 million. There were two of them who had created, billion-dollar companies. Then you had other people who had made hundreds of millions of dollars with just a single business. Hedge fund managers who deploy hundreds of millions of dollars in capital, big movers and shakers, big political people that were there, like ministers of economic development and things like that. It was quite something. It was really cool. Really had me shift my perspective onto playing bigger and bigger games, making more and more money, and setting my targets higher from listening to some of those guys and getting to mastermind with them. It was quite something. And I learned a little lesson I'll share with you while we were actually in St. Kitts. It was a marketing lesson of all things. Producer Nick and I had a nice conversation way up on a hill. I don't know, was that probably 1,000 feet above the sea, maybe? Yeah. Looking down at a fort, this old 450-year-old fort in St. Kitts, way up on a mountaintop. And one of the things that I realized in these forts, they're very, in a funny way, they're similar to businesses. And so I see a lot of people that have a brilliant business idea, and then they think about it, and then they evaluate it, and then they wonder and guess and second guess, and then they try to perfect it, and they take forever before they actually launch and then go into action. So they overanalyze, overstudy, or maybe they get their website up and then they start wondering about how to get traffic, and they overanalyze and overstudy and overthink, and they wait, and it takes too long to take action. But here's something that happened that was quite interesting. So Columbus, upon discovering the Americas, bumped into like Puerto Rico as an example, or some of the other locations down there. And the countries that took rapid action and like that, the countries that deployed immediately and went and established a foothold are the ones that dominated the world, chiefly Spain. So Spain sent a fleet, established a base and created a fort protecting the only deep water at the time, the only deep water port in all of that area in San Juan, Puerto Rico. They were the first to move, first to take action, first to establish a large military presence there and get a foothold. And that is what guaranteed that they dominated that region and gave them access to all of the riches, for good or bad, all of the riches of South America and that entire region. It unlocked. And then Spain became the dominant power of that whole region because they didn't wait. As soon as they knew what was there, they deployed and they went and grabbed a foothold and established themselves. And so that's very much like entrepreneurship. So if you spot an idea, you have a bright idea for like something is, you see an opening that maybe somebody else isn't doing, you have come up with a brilliant idea. The thing to do is not to wait, because the countries in the Caribbean that waited, well, they didn't have much of a presence there. They were relegated to all these little islands elsewhere and did not have the access that the Spanish had. And so take action quickly, establish yourself, and then get your bearings. Then you can analyze and adjust and adapt. But the key in success, and not just in entrepreneurship, but apparently in world domination as well, the key is to act quickly and not delay. Don't over-evaluate, don't overthink. When you see the opportunity, go into action. Okay, so a little something on top of getting to network with billionaires, also being able to kind of have that view as we sat on the hilltop next to the cannons in the old forts over there. So a little insight. I just wanted to share that with you before we dive into today's content. So what do you say? Are you ready? Shall we go into the head-to-head image? What do we call that? What'd you call today's thing? Showdown. Okay, so the AI Image Showdown. If you're ready for it, we're going to kick it off. And there are 3 of them. So Elon, his formerly Twitter, now X, they have Grok is their AI tool. So it's XAI, also known as Grok. So they released something. Also, Google Gemini released a new image editor. And then, not to be outdone, OpenAI, who is the fame of ChatGPT, they released one as well. And so all 3 of these released really powerful, simple to use image editing tools that can do some pretty cool stuff, things that you could not previously do easily, things that were very difficult and technically challenging to do in the past are now in the reach of anyone. So you can just go use the tools and I'll show you. And so some of the things that you can do with these are, they're fun. Like I keep messing around, uploading pictures of my dogs and doing funny things with them. But besides that, there are lots of business applications for these. In fact, today, I'm going to go over 4 different bonus strategies on how to make money using these tools. And so with that, we're gonna dive in. And so the first thing we do, if you're new to the channel, is I record my hook, because we're recording this content. So I'm about to start in on the content delivery and we're recording it. This is my chance to be with you live and answer questions, but also it's my shot to record content for my social media channels, to do video and courses and trainings. So we're recording this. So you'll hear me. I'm going to do my hook, my introduction right now. Then we're going to dive in. I have a slide deck that I'll be bringing up on screen and sharing with you. And then we're going to dive into the tools and we're going to use them together here live. So that's my agenda. And so if I start recording and you hear me making notes for my editor or doing retakes, don't worry, I haven't gone crazy. I am still with you live. We're going to power through the training. And then at the end, I'll answer all of your questions, okay? So first we'll do questions about the tools, and then we'll open it up where you can ask me anything about online entrepreneurship. So that'll be our agenda. You can certainly put in commentary and questions as I go, and then producer Nick, who is off over there, will collect those up and feed them to me once we get to our Q&A portion. All right, so with that, we're going to kick it off. And let's see, first up, let me get my screen share going. Entire screen over there. Share. And oh, that was weird. Why did it do that? Okay. Okay, there we go. Got some content juice. Let's do it. One of the most profitable uses of AI is to use the image editors to create ads, images, graphics, sales materials, and a whole lot more. In fact, you can use AI image generators all by themselves and make money. We're going to talk more about that today. But the whole reason I'm doing this is because just within the last 72 hours of recording this video, we have 3 of the titans in the AI industry have launched brand new image editors. And these image editors are powerful. They do things that you could not do before. And the big question becomes, which one is best? You have X.com, XAI from Elon Musk and the Twitter/X fame. They have Grok, who they have released their image editor. Then Google released Gemini's new image editing tool. And then not to be outdone, ChatGPT from OpenAI, they released their image. Excuse me. Okay, obviously, for note for editor, edit that sneeze out. Here we go. And then not to be outdone, we had OpenAI do it with ChatGPT. So which of these tools is the best one? Because you don't have to pay for all 3, right? You want to be able to pick the one that is the best tool for the job, that gets the job done, and is easy to use and gives you high quality materials. Well, there is a winner. One of these 3, there we go, can't use numbers. One of these 3 tools stands out amongst the others and is the absolute best tool to use, especially if you want to use these tools to make money. So what we're about to do is we're going to dive in. We will do a step-by-step tutorial of how to use these tools. We're going to do a head-to-head cage match. We're going to put all 3 together. I'll be doing some image editing with you here on screen live, and I will show you which of these tools is the best tool to use. And then when you hang around with me to the end of the video, I have 4 different ways that you can use these tools to generate profits online. So we're going to go into detailed case studies, and I will show you exactly what you can do to use these tools to make money in your business. Or maybe if you just want a side hustle where you can use these AI tools and just make a little extra side cash, we'll talk about that too. So with that, we're going to dive in. Are you ready? Let's get to it. Okay. Now, I said my catchphrase backwards, but with that, we're going to get into the training. Let me get set up here. And was that okay, Nick? That one come out okay?
Yes.
Okay, other than the sneeze?
Perfect.
Okay. Okay, cool. Now, as usual, there is a slide deck that accompanies this training. And if you'd like more information, details, case studies, screenshots, and what you need to implement what I'm about to show you, you can get this slide deck that you see right there. It's absolutely free. All we ask is that you become a subscriber of Ingeniosity, which is our totally free newsletter, where every Friday we release an episode with playbooks and step-by-step materials that show you how to use AI tools to make profit online. So I'll drop a link to how you can join that. I'll pop that into the description of the video down below, and also I'll put that into the comments so you can quickly get a link to that to go get that totally free, and you'll be able to get access to that and download it and go through it. And with that, we're going to get started. So as I said, the whole point of why we're doing this session today is because the giants of the industry have released these tools. And let me just pop the screen a little bigger there. There we go. And these image editing tools are quite something. So when you use them, you can produce a lot of material that used to, like in the past, when I'd want to launch a brand new business, there was all kinds of things I needed for graphics, for images, for social media profiles and things like that. If I wanted to do ads, I needed images for my ads. I need images to share on social media. I need product shots. There's a lot of things I needed images for. And when I had to go hire a graphic designer, even if I was outsourcing that, they were not cheap. They were expensive and they took time. Now with these tools, especially when you pick the right one, which I'll show you in just a bit, you can use, you can sit down and literally in a few minutes make all of those things that I just said. So let's get to it. First up, ChatGPT. If you want to get access to that, all you need is the ability to access ChatGPT 4.0. Now you can get access to their premium membership at $20 a month. That's how you get access to that. Then once you're in, it's really simple how you do it. There's a little screenshot of it. I'll show it on screen live in a moment. But in the little prompt box that they have here, you just click the three dots and you'll see create image will be a new option that perhaps you didn't have before, okay? So you just start a conversation in ChatGPT, you select the 4.0 model, and again, I will show this to you live in a moment, and that will unlock access to it. Now, with Grok, it's just slightly more complicated, but you do need an X premium account, and to have access to that, those plans start at $8 a month. That is basically just the premium access where you verify your identity, you prove who you are and go on Twitter or X, as they're calling it now. And then to use it, you open up a Grok conversation. So Grok is their AI, is X's AI tool. And you'll notice they have just that edit image button. You just click the edit image button and that will unlock this new feature. Now with Google's Gemini, you need to be a Gemini advanced user. That one is $20 a month, okay? And to get access to it, you go to aistudio.google.com. That's aistudio.google.com. And then once you get there, you select Gemini to Flash, right? You'll notice there's a little place on the side where you click it, you select Flash image generation, just like you see here on the little screenshot. Again, I will show this to you live in a moment, and that will unlock it. That's how you get access to it. So with that, we're going to do a head-to-head comparison. We'll throw them in the cage match, and we're going to do some image generation and image editing right here, right now. Now, what I'm going to do is we're going to do two different tests. So each of these three tools, we're going to run it through two tests. The first one, I'm just going to do something fun. So we'll just do something fun with an image that I've got, and we'll see how these do. And then we'll come back, and we're going to do a round and give it a business task and see how they do with the business task. And we'll do that. We'll do all of that here live on screen. So you'll get to watch me use it. You'll see exactly what to do. We'll talk about some best practices. And then don't forget, coming up a bit later, we're going to talk about how do you make money? How do you generate profit or build business, build your business using these tools? That's coming up as we get into the end here. Okay, cool. So I think what we'll do, we'll do it in order here. We'll start with ChatGPT. So we're going to come over here to ChatGPT and see there's the three dots. So if I'm in here in ChatGPT, first you want to select 4.0. Of course it helps if I share my screen. Let's do this. Okay, note for editor, just pick it back, edit it out, pick it up from here. Okay, so once you get into ChatGPT 4.0, again, you get that here from this drop down that you see right there. Select 4.0, then you'll come over here, these three dots, and you select create image, just like you see on screen now, okay? And when you do that, you'll notice, see it toggled it on, see the blue create image? If I do it again, it's gonna take it away. And now it's turned off. So we wanna turn it on. And then what I'm gonna do is I am going to upload from my computer an image that should be in my pictures. Let's see. Okay, that's a smiling picture of my dog Bodie, who's asleep on the floor right over there. He's right over there sleeping quietly. But we're going to put a picture of him and we're going to play around. We're going to do some fun stuff, with just some fun personal stuff as my first test. And then producer Nick, did you send me the prompt that you used for the?
that up for you. Let's see.
Yeah, you could just Discord it to me once you find it.
Got it.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Cool, cool. And I see Victor talking in the chat. Victor, I did talk about how all three of these, to use this tool, you do need the versions that I talked about here. So there's the $8 version of Grok, there's the $20 version of ChatGPT, and then there's Gemini, which is also $20 a month. So you will need one of those for sure. Cool. Okay, cool. Let's see. Okay, and the note for editor, you can clean this up as needed. So, okay, and now that we've got the image of Bodhi here, I'm going to just quickly put a prompt. So this is a text set of instructions, also called a prompt, that we're going to be giving here to ChatGPT. And we're telling ChatGPT, turn this picture of my golden retriever dog into a Roman emperor. Dress it in a flowing purple toga with gold trim, a golden laurel wreath crown resting on his head, and a dignified expression. Set the background to a marble Roman palace with columns. So we're going to turn Bodhi into a Roman emperor. Let's see how this works. Okay. So now it's going to work. So you can see here it's getting started. Now, one of the things that I do notice about ChatGPT is it does it live. So you will be watching the progress as it's building the image, and it is a little bit slower. So here we go. Now it's starting building something. And we'll notice again, this is going to be a little slower. And you'll see as we move on into the other ones, they go a little bit faster than ChatGPT does. So as the image improves in quality, we'll see it kind of shift and change as it goes. And then it's going to take a moment here. So we'll give it a moment to do its thing. Cool, cool. Oh, okay. And Victor, I understand now from your chat question. Yes. So you can access it through the free tiers. I don't know, are all three free tiers available? I'm not sure. But they do limit you on the number of images that you can generate. And so if you're going to use it for your business, for like social media posting, graphics, and all the kind of things that I'm going to talk about a little bit later, I think you're going to run into the limits. I think in order to do what I'm going to talk about later, I think you're going to need to have one of the premium versions. Cool, cool. All right, awesome. And then Nick, we talked about the Ingeniosity newsletter. Did you pop that link into the chat when I talked about it?
I'll do that now.
Okay, cool. So one useful thing we can do while we're waiting for ChatGPT to finish doing its thing here, is if you guys want the deck, you want to download the slide deck that I'm going to be using for this presentation, including the case studies and some of the prompts and other things that you can use, then definitely join our Ingeniosity newsletter. It's totally free, just a free newsletter you can join and get. Every Friday, we send out new free trainings to that list. And I see it there. So I'm going to go in here and let me just pin that real fast. Okay, great. Okay. All right. Well, it's almost done. And now you can see pretty good, right? Look at that. That is pretty darn impressive. And then, yeah. Hey, Bodhi.
Here he comes.
Come here, Bodhi. Here, let's bring Bodhi on. You guys tell me if it looks like him. Come here, you. Come here. Come on up. Here's my old man. Yes, there he is. I think he doesn't have quite as much gray in his emperor portrait, but I think that's an older picture. So there we go. So there we have Emperor Bodhi. How would you guys rate this? If we put it on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate that image quality for what I uploaded, what I asked for, and what I got? What would you give it? Let's rate it from 0 being horrible to 10 being awesome. I think I'm going to give this a 9. What do you think, Nick?
I give it like an 8.5.
8.5. Okay. So I'm going to give it a 9. Nick is giving it an 8.5. What do you rate this? What I mean, when you look at this here, pretty good, right? Now, the beauty of what you can do with these tools is going to come in our next round of testing. We're actually going to jump in and edit some of these images while we are in the chat. So you'll see in our next round, we're doing this for fun. I'm going to come back. I'm going to do some business uses in just a minute, and you'll get to see how powerful it is when it comes to editing images, not just generating them. That's the power of these tools, is they generate really awesome images like this, but when you edit them, it's quite something else. So let's move on. So there's our first tool. So I'm giving it a 9. Everybody else seems to be in the same range. We've got 8 or 9s so far. Any more votes? Vote in the chat. Let me know, what do you score this from 0 to 10, 10 being best. And then we're going to move on. So let's go back to my presentation here, or to here. So we did it. So we've done ChatGPT. Now let's do Grok. So we're going to go head over here, and we're going to go to Grok. Okay. So once you have access to Grok, which, as you can see here, I'm logged into x.com, and then I've clicked on Grok. Then you come over here and you see that the edit image button. So we just click that when we want to edit an image, and now we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to upload Bodhi. And I'm going to paste the same exact prompt. So we're going to put it literally exactly the same, and we'll submit it. And it has gone to work. So as ChatGPT, you can kind of see it's showing us a little bit as it works, some of its progress. And there it's giving me 2 different versions. And let's see how it comes out. So X seems to have preserved a little more. Actually, you know what's funny is Grok seems to have given him more gray. Okay, so there is image 1. There is image 2. I like his smile in these. So pretty good. Personally, I kind of prefer the first one at ChatGPT over these. These are good for a different reason. I like his long flowing golden hair, and it did preserve a little bit more of his white face than the other. Yeah, how about, so now let's score this one. So I'm going to say, for me, I'm going to give this a 6.5. I'm going to say. Nick, what would you say for this one?
I agree with you exactly, 6.5.
Okay. So this is Grok. So now in the chat, type Grok and then give me your rating. What do you rate this at? Say Grok and then tell me the rating. What do you think? Pop that into the chat and let me know. And we'll see how you guys think about that. But so I'm for image generation, just for making an image from scratch. It looks like so far ChatGPT is beating out Grok. So we're going to come back. We'll do some image editing and some more business uses, and we'll see how it holds up. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it looks like chat agrees with us. I see lots of 6s. Lee gives Grok a 6. Almost everyone, every single person is giving Grok a 6. Okay. So we agree. So now let's move on to the final fun test. And that is, we're going to head over here to, no, not there. There we go. To Google AI Studio. Now, to get access to this, you need to use AI Studio, and you can go to aistudio.google.com to get access. Then once you're on this page, it's really important over here under model. See how when I click that, there's all these options. There's a lot of models that you have to choose from. Make sure that you choose Gemini 2 Flash image generation. See, like right there. So you definitely need to select that in order to get the feature I'm about to use. All right. Then we'll come over here. We're going to click image editing. Now, don't get surprised. It does this automatically. It just kind of throws in an example that you can see here of how it works. That's not, I didn't do that. It just kind of does it to demo itself when you first go in. Ignore that. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to come over here. I'm going to hit the plus symbol. I'm going to say upload file. And, oh, it wanted to force me to log in again. Okay, let's try this again. Upload file. There we go. So we'll give it Bodhi. And then I'm going to paste the same prompt right here. So I'm going to just paste the same exact prompt, and I'm going to say run. And now it's gone to work. Oh boy, look what it did.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. I'm going to give that a 0.
Yeah.
Ooh, fail for Google. Let me just make sure I didn't mess something up. Okay, it is on image generation. That is crazy. So, Nick, did I do anything?
No, it looks like you did it right. Looks like it's just fumbling it.
Okay.
Let me try.
So I'm going to go create prompt. Let's try. I'm just going to try again. Image editing. I'm going to start over just to make sure that I didn't mess something up. So I'm going to paste my prompt in here. I'm going to click the little plus, and I'm going to upload my file. I want to be fair, so let's just make sure that we'll give it a second chance. Oh, it did it again.
Here, I'll share my screen. Here's what it got for me.
So, okay, so producer Nick is going to share his screen. We'll see. Did it fail like it did for me?
No.
How weird.
There.
Okay. Well, I would say even so at this point, I think ChatGPT is the clear winner. Wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, chat, do you guys agree? Who's the winner so far for just when it comes to just making it generate an image just for messing around? Who wins so far? Give me your vote in the chat. Just pop in a comment in there and let me know who you think is the winner. ChatGPT, which was the first one we tried. Then we did Grok was the second. And then the third was Google Gemini. And with Google Gemini, it completely failed for me. But for producer Nick, it did generate a pretty good image. Okay, yeah, they seem to agree. I think it's unanimous at this point that it is ChatGPT. So now let's go try something that you would do in a business, okay? So we're going to go back, and I'm going to start again. You know what? We'll do it in reverse order. So we're going to start here. Actually, that kind of makes it confusing. We'll go back and do it in the same order. So we're going to start with ChatGPT. Oh, I see. It removed my thing. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear this out. This is one thing that we have noticed is that if you keep trying to make images in the same chat conversation, it confuses it. So let's say now I wanted to make an image of a tree. It will still be like, it still kind of remembers that we were talking about Bodhi and a Roman emperor, and it might confuse it about the next set of images that we make. That's happened to us a couple times. So what we want to do is start a new chat. So if you just click on ChatGPT again, that refreshes it, and we start a new chat. And again, we'll click the 3 dots, say create image. And then what I'm going to do, did you have a prompt, Nick, for the shirt?
Yeah, let me pull that up.
Okay. So in this case, we're going to just start with a basic example. So with the image editing tools that we are seeing here, there's a lot of things that you can do. You can upload a picture of a model, and you can upload a product and ask these tools to put them together. So you can actually, you don't need to hire a model. You just have AI make a digital model, and then you can have it take your product and put it in the model's hand right here in these chat panels. You can also take things like shirts, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a shirt and put it on and edit it and put it in situations as we want. These are perfect for product shots, product mock-ups. If you're doing print on demand, it's a great way to show products like on actual people. It's fantastic for ads. I'm going to be using this extensively for our Facebook advertisements that we do. We're going to be using these tools, so they're really, really powerful. Okay. Okay, cool. So we're going to take what I'm going to do. I'm just getting my prompts together. So note for editor, by the way, this whole section, as I've been doing demos, really tighten it up and take out the pauses and delays and things here. Okay, so let's go back to the screen, and I am going to upload an image. So we're going to click the plus button, upload from computer, and I just have a funny picture of a t-shirt. Well, it's not funny, just a t-shirt there. And then what I'm going to say is, let's say that t-shirt had my company logo on it, or it had a saying about my company, And so all I'm going to do is I'm going to take that t-shirt and let's put it on Elon Musk. Elon will become my model for this. Okay. And let's see what it does.
Also, you might want to echo me so they hear me.
Mm-hmm.
ChatGPT's version seems to be the only version out right now without celebrity guardrails. So if you try this at Grok, it probably won't want to do it. If you try this in Gemini, it probably won't want to do it.
Okay.
I've got ChatGPT making stuff with Trump, Elon, Obama, all the celebrities.
Okay.
So.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so apparently ChatGPT, it's funny, it's backwards. Usually ChatGPT is very aggressive in their filtering and censoring, but it's pretty wide open at the moment. And so that's going to let me do this with Elon Musk. So producer Nick is, to echo what he said, he's done it with Donald Trump, a bunch of other celebrities, and it does it. Now, what we're going to do in a minute, I just want to do this for fun to put it on Elon Musk, but why not describe the model that you want to have the shirt on? Why not take a shirt, put the logo or the slogan or the name of your company? You can actually have it create a shirt with the image of your company name on it. Then have it put that shirt on a model who represents your ideal customer. So let's say your ideal customer base is a 20-something girl. So now you can literally ask it to make an image of a 20-something model and put the product on that model, okay? You can have a model holding a book. So let's say that you're releasing even an ebook or a printed book. You can literally have an AI model created, and you would pick the perfect avatar for who your ideal customer is, and then have them holding the book, reading the book, doing things like that. Now, an advanced topic, which we're going to talk a little bit more about as we get into the bonus content a bit later, we're going to be talking about how then maybe you could take these and turn them into videos. That's in fact, we'll probably do a whole new training on that alone, on how to use these tools combined with video to make some really powerful ads. So there you go. So Elon is now wearing my shirt. So let's just ask. I don't know what it's going to do. If I just ask in chat, do you think it'll change the model?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you might have to select edit image again or create image, but yeah.
Okay, so let's 24-year-old female attractive model. Okay. Let's see what it does. Hopefully it doesn't somehow transform Elon and merge him into a 24-year-old.
Someone has a good point. Yoga Flow says, I always have problems with text in the images. They're in great luck because all three of the tools we showed today, they're really good with text now.
Yeah, here, I'll also note for editor, I'm going to bring that up and talk about it here. So while we're waiting for that image to load, one thing that I want to point out is that these new tools are amazing at text. So if you've used AI generation tools in the past, you'll find that they get weird. They'll misspell words. They'll create like alien alphabets and symbols, and they'll write words in like Egyptian hieroglyphs. Like they do really weird stuff when it comes to words. Well, they've got it so good now. So all of these models are dramatically improved. So if you have words that you want people to like, if you want a thought bubble and some words in the thought bubble, it'll do it. It'll do it perfectly. You want to have your book and some text on a book that someone's holding, it will do it correctly. Maybe you want the person looking at a computer screen and words on the computer screen. Well, it's going to do that perfectly. So in the demo, for example, for OpenAI, when they did ChatGPT's image generation, they actually had the person holding a script with a bunch of text on it. I wish I had that handy to show, but and then it was perfect. It did the guy was holding a piece of paper, and it said script, right? And then it had notes for the speaker and all the text on a sheet of paper in the image, and it did it perfectly. So it's really, really good. Now let's go back and we'll take a look. So look at that. It did it. So we could put that shirt, and I'm using this shirt as just a really simple example that's easy for people to grasp and understand. But it could literally be anything. The models that you create can be holding anything. They can be doing anything. You could tell it to put her on a bicycle, riding a bike on a country road, wearing this shirt. Okay. You could, if you sell bicycles, you could upload a picture of your bicycles that you sell and have them put a model on it riding across, a beach. You could do almost anything you can imagine. You can now take shots of your products, screenshots of books or whatever it might be, and generate images that you can use in all of these places, ads and everything else. So another example would be if you've ever struggled, like you've just created a Facebook page and you need to create a header graphic. For the header graphic, well, just have ChatGPT or one of these other tools do it. Pretty simple. That's a pretty darn good image. It looks like it's coming straight out of a product shot in a catalog. Okay, so now let's move on. So next we're going to go to Grok, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to try to create a new Grok conversation. I need to make sure I click edit image. We're going to take our shirt. And Nick, you said it probably isn't going to do Elon?
Probably. You could try, but it probably won't.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Submit. Well, it's doing it, but we'll see. It doesn't look like it threw an error, and then we're going to see if it actually creates the correct image. It's making something. Oh, it looks like it's going to do it.
Oh, wow. We're at luck.
Okay, well, it successfully did it with Elon, so it didn't censor us, didn't block us from doing it. So now let's try our other prompt. Can you put this on a 24-year-old attractive female model? And just for clarity, I'm going to say, can you put this shirt? So it understands explicitly what I'm asking for, and we're going to submit it. And let's see what Grok does with this. Okay. Here it comes. Fundle. Okay, did one. It gave me two, and one of them it kept Elon there for some reason. Okay, but we did get this one. All right. So so far, I think ChatGPT is still leading the pack when it comes to business uses. What do you guys think? So in the chat, let me know. Do you guys think I still think ChatGPT so far is definitely better than Grok when it comes to doing this kind of thing. So let's do the final one. We're going to come over here. Let's do another. So I'm going to hit create prompt. I'm going to make sure we hit the image generation. Okay, I'm going to upload the image of my shirt. Upload file. Paste my prompt in here. And we're going to hit run. Now, hopefully, Gemini does a better job than last time where it completely ignored. I don't think that's Elon Musk. Call me skeptical, but yeah, I don't think that's Elon Musk.
Look, it messed up the sleeves too.
Oh yeah, look at that! It did. It made it a short sleeve shirt. Okay, wow. So I saw a lot of people making a big deal out of Google Gemini for the image editing features, but I don't know. I'm not so sure. Okay, so to be fair, let's try. Can you put that sweatshirt on a 24-year-old attractive model? And we're going to hit run. Let's see what it does with that. Just to be fair, let's do the complete test. Okay.
You
No.
didn't specify gender.
Okay. Yeah. That is true. So let's see. I forgot to put female. So my bad. Attractive female model. Run. Interesting how it fixed the sleeves, though.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's really interesting. It definitely it looks like a lower resolution image, and the faces don't look very real.
You're right.
Okay, well, yeah. In fact, the shirt itself even seems kind of flat. Like it almost looks like somebody drew it over the top of the model. That's interesting. Okay, well, I think for business use, what do you think? Which one is the winner? Let's do the final tally. So you've seen generating an image from scratch. Now we've seen editing images for product shots. What do you think about these? And by the way, in just a moment, I'm going to go over the 4 different case studies of ways people are already using these tools to make money online with their businesses. We're going to go through those in just a moment. But this has my mind running wild for all the things that we can do with this to generate cash in my businesses. So I want to share some of those ideas with you. I'm going to tell you how I'm going to be using this. But more importantly, we've put in the slide deck, again, that you can download when you become a newsletter subscriber. You'll be able to download the deck, and there are case studies in there to show you specific examples of what other people are doing to generate profit with this. Now, here with our live audience, the winner is clear. Okay, just want to make sure that I'm not biased in influencing everybody. So it does look like you all agree. I think, is it unanimous?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, it is unanimous. The winner is ChatGPT. So ChatGPT clearly stands out in every use for us that we've done behind the scenes when it comes to making ads and all the other stuff that we're going to be using it for in business. It's the clear winner. So if you want to be using an AI image generator in your business to make stuff like this, then I say pony up the $20 a month and jump in and grab a ChatGPT. I think they call it premium, right? That's the first tier. First tier is premium, and that will give you access. If you want to play with this, if you don't have an account, you can play with it on the free mode. But if you're going to be using it seriously, you will need to upgrade to premium so you can generate enough different images. All right, cool. Well, then that takes us to our bonus content. So let's go back to our little presentation here, and it takes us down to, there we go. So you can see we already knew who won from our in-house testing. That was ChatGPT. And here You can experiment with it for free if you want to see for yourself before you upgrade. It does understand instructions much better. It handles text inside images better. So if you want to make sure it spells the things in your text better, the images are much higher fidelity, meaning they're much higher quality, higher resolution. They look better. In fact, it's almost impossible to tell like reality from some of the pictures that I've been generating. Like you saw the example of the model that we did with ChatGPT. I mean, that looks like a real photo. Like if I saw this in a catalog, I would not know that that was AI generated. Okay. Also, the other reason, which I didn't dive into too much, is that it works great with multiple images. So you can take two images. So let's say you have a modeled image that you already like, and then you have an image of a product or something else you want to combine the two together, or a landscape. Let's say you want to put a person in a futuristic landscape. You can combine two images together, and ChatGPT clearly wins out and is the best option when you want to take multiple images and use them to create a unique new image. All right, so now we're into the bonus content. And again, if you want to download this deck, the one that you see right there, or right there, you can get it. It's totally free. I pinned it into the comments, into the chat, so you can see it there. I'll also put it in the description of the video where you can click and go subscribe to our totally free Ingeniosity newsletter. You'll be able to get this slide deck, including the bonus content that I'm about to show you. Okay. Idea number 4, mock-ups of your product. And that's what we've already talked about here. So you can see here, Lorenzo Green, there's a link to this if you would like to go see on Twitter and see what he did. And he took his book and he made Mark Zuckerberg read his book, which I find really funny, especially if you look, it's about the book Dopamine Nation. He put it in Mark Zuckerberg's hands. Pretty clever. But there's another example. Here's a jewelry. So this is someone who took a chain and put it on a model. Here's one here. This is kind of a fun example that they did. So they did this whole product shot here. This would be a great product ad for social media. It attracts attention and it shows and showcases their product. Pretty cool. Here's somebody who put their hat. Next, print on demand. So this is something that you've heard me talking about recently. I've had some special guests join us talking about print on demand. In fact, my younger son has an entire business that he has built around this idea of taking AI images and making physical products with them. It's called print on demand. And so you can see some examples of this. Here's an Etsy shop that we can take a look at selling custom products to customers. So if you want to be able to see this link, it's included. All these links are in the slide deck. Of course, let's say you wanted to take a picture of your pet, and put them on a mug or a shirt or something like that. These are great uses for that, which, by the way, that's what Nizzly does, my son's business. That's what it does for people. There's Donald Trump holding a phone case as an example. Idea number 2. We're counting down from the least profitable to the most profitable. Okay. Idea number 2 is for thumbnails. So whether you're wherever you're putting videos, you need a thumbnail, and that's the image that shows on YouTube, for example. And now for us in-house, we're going to be making our thumbnails using these tools. As an example, let's take a look at this one. I thought this was really clever. So he quite literally this is a Mr. Beast thumbnail. So Mr. Beast, of course, the king of YouTube, he took Mr. Beast's thumbnail and he had AI put Elon Musk there. Okay. And you can notice he swapped out Elon Musk, put him in a ripped up Tesla shirt, and threw him on the beach, just like Mr. Beast. So you can use this, and I'm not saying you should be stealing people's thumbnails, but you can take an existing thumbnail that you know is working really, really well, whether it's one of your past thumbnails or somebody else's, upload it to these tools, and then ask it to use it as inspiration to make a new thumbnail for you. Okay, don't commit, copyright infringement and steal people's thumbnails, but you can upload successful thumbnails and ask these tools to use them for inspiration to make you a thumbnail. All right, now let's get down to the most profitable use of these tools. That is making ads. Now let's face it. If you want to make a lot of money, I'm not talking like just a little side hustle business, but you want to make a lot of money, it means you need to be open to doing advertising. That's advertising on Facebook, on X, on YouTube, or wherever it might be. And to do that, you need what's called creatives. Those creatives can be images, they can be videos, but you need them, and you need a lot of them to be successful with with advertising. Now, you can succeed in advertising. If you're a newer entrepreneur and you're really worried about having to waste a lot of money, you can do this on a budget when you get started. But you do need to test a lot of different strategies and attempts and different color schemes and different angles and ideas for all of these things. And in the past, I can tell you, even for me, with all the resources I have available to me, it was a bottleneck. And it would actually interfere, slow down, and sometimes stop our advertising because we just couldn't produce enough creatives, enough videos, enough images. Well, now that is not a problem for anyone. You can make as many images as you need, and you can make them eye-catching. You can make them real. So you don't have to use, like, everyone is used to seeing the kind of weird images that some of the past image generators made. You know what I'm talking about? They look sort of futuristic, almost kind of cartoony. They don't look super realistic. They look a little off. Well, now with these tools, you can make hyper realistic images into ads, and you can make as many of them as you want. So you can test and test and test until you can find that winning ad. And so let's take a look and see how others are doing just that. Okay, so here's a good one here. Let's go look. So it said reproduce this ad. So they took a successful ad that they saw and asked it to make it better for their brand. And there you go. Again, I'm not saying you should steal other people's advertisements, but why not save them, upload them to AI, and use them for inspiration and ideas to make your own ads? Okay, here's an example of someone who, just for fun, took their product and now they have the rock holding the product. Okay, so again, I'm not saying don't do celebrity endorsements that are fake like that, but it just gives you an example of what you could do. So you could instead of using the rock, you could actually have AI make you a model like you saw me do and put your product in that model's hand. Okay, more product shots. This one is kind of clever here, just to give you more example ideas. They took their drink and put it on a surfboard, and it's very kind of interesting looking. This image, I think, would work really well as an ad. Here's a more traditional product shot done as an ad. Okay. Now, remember I said you need to do lots of testing? This is a great example of that. So that they could have a green, a blue, an orange, and test completely different color schemes, which, believe it or not, something as simple as shifting the entire color use, like you see in that one, can make all the difference. So you might run ads and you're using the blue image and it just isn't working. You're not getting enough clicks. The ad costs are too expensive and the ad just isn't working. Well, you might see changing it to orange doubles your click-through rate, and all of a sudden you're now able to make profit, whereas before you couldn't. And all it could be is a simple change of your images. Now, this is kind of fun. I love this show. So anybody else a fan of this show? But there we go. We put McDonald's in the macro data refinement cubicle. So pretty cool. I'm like totally hooked on this show. I haven't been able to watch it I've been out of town and traveling and having a lot of fun traveling the world, but I haven't been able to watch the show. I've got a couple episodes waiting for me. Actually, I'm going to watch them tonight. And there we go. So those are all examples of that. Now, if you got value out of this training, you learned something, you got a little inspiration, a little motivation, a little value of any kind, I would highly appreciate it if you would smash that thumbs up. And of course, subscribe. So if you're not following me on social media or over on YouTube or wherever, subscribe. You'll generally see a button to do that down below. Over on YouTube, you'll see a red subscribe button. Hit that button, and I release content like this all the time, totally free. All I want to do is help you with your mission to succeed as an entrepreneur. Whether you're just starting out, maybe you haven't yet built your first business, I'd like to help you use AI tools like these to build that first business and get profitable. And if you're already up and running, I want to help you take these tools and make even more money than ever before. Then, of course, I've got my own suite of AI tools that helps you do things like these as well, called Push Button AI. And you can learn more about that if you follow me on my socials and other places. But with that, I really hope to see you next time. Goodbye for now. Okay, audience, I'm not going nowhere. That was just recording for the video. And producer Nick, how's chat been? Been active in there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, fantastic. Well, then here's what we're going to do. So I'm going to take a super quick commercial break, and then we're going to be right back. And I want to do a quick plug as well. So anybody here interested in making commissions, earning affiliate commissions? So affiliate marketing is where you promote other people's products. You don't have to own the product. You don't have to ship the product. You don't have to make the product. You just promote it using some simple AI tools, and then you get paid commissions that you put right in your pocket. Anybody here interested in that? Yeah? Then I have a classroom. So we have opened our affiliate AI classroom where we are teaching that exact strategy. You can join in, get some training from me on exactly how that business model works. You can learn more about how I can help you make money with that project, with that strategy. And you get a live chat where you can talk to our coaches and our team to get help implementing those strategies. And we got a quick, simple link. Producer Nick, can you pop that link in there? Oh, you already did. You're a step ahead of me. So I'm going to go pin that. Let me go pin that link in the chat. And that classroom is currently open. I think there's 48 hours left, and then they're going to be taking it offline. So we open up these classrooms for 72 hours. We offer the training, and then we offer a chance for you to get access to some of my private tools to be able to make money using AI. And that is all available. We opened up the classroom, I think, yesterday. So there should be 48 hours left on the clock. So go register, go watch it. You should get a lot of value from it, and you should learn some pretty interesting stuff about how to use AI to make affiliate commissions. And again, affiliate marketing is where you promote other people's stuff and you get paid commissions. It's the easiest way to get started with an internet business, in my opinion. And there you go. So go check that out. Go register. Go watch that before they pull it down. And with that, I'm going to take a very quick commercial break, and then we will be right back with all of your questions. So if you have any questions, let's focus on using AI image tools like these and these strategies we've been talking about. And then we're going to then open it up to anything. So pop those questions, comments, feedback, whatever you got, pop it in there now. And we will be right back after this very quick commercial break.
The presidents, celebrities, or characters in this video are all fake and generated by artificial intelligence.
You know, the other day while I was resting my eyes, I woke up to find that I'd built an entire online business.
Really, Joe? How'd you manage to do that?
Well, you see,
Wait a minute, Sleepy Joe. Let me guess. You had push button AI do all the work, didn't you?
That's right, Donald. It found me a fantastic domain name, built out a complete site, set up my shopping cart so I can get paid, and even wrote an entire email sales campaign for me, all while I was napping.
Well, I've been using push button AI too. And believe me, my new business, it's huge. The best. So much winning, you wouldn't believe.
This push button AI sounds phenomenal.
Oh, it is. It's almost as genius as I am.
But with better hair, no doubt.
Guys, all this talk is boring to me. What everyone needs to do is click the link of this video and go to the masterclass to see how to use this powerful technology to build their own profitable online business.
Well, if Elon says it, it must be worth a shot.
You're right, Barry. Everyone should click the link right now.
I can't believe I'm going to agree with Joe, but this masterclass sounds like it's going to be huge. Absolutely terrific. The best masterclass ever given, probably.
Okay, guys, how about we hit that link? Time is money.
And we're back. Or for most people, YouTube is doing an ad break. So some of you might not hear me. You might not see me. So everybody here, some people are seeing YouTube ads. They don't always show it to everyone. Obviously, if you've got a premium subscription, they don't show you ads. And sometimes they just don't show them at all for various reasons. But we got the YouTube ad break going. And with that, let's get into the question. So I just realized they probably can't hear you on.
No.
Yeah.
It'll echo if I turn mine on.
Okay. So can you guys hear here? Nick, let me move this and let's see if you speak loudly, if they can hear you. So yell at me.
Hi.
You guys hear producer Nick? Is he okay? Normally he's at his studio up in Los Angeles. But today we just got back from San Juan, Puerto Rico. And so he's here with me in studio today instead of being up in LA. But you guys hear him okay? Anybody give us some feedback on that? So say something again, Nick.
I love AI.
Okay, you love AI. You talk quietly that time, though.
I love AI.
Okay, so Sally hears you. So you got to speak extra loud for their questions so we can get those all on mic.
Got it. Okay. Well, let's start with Brandy, who wants to know if there will be a replay of this.
Yes. So our live shows, the ones we do here on YouTube, they go into instant replay. So once we finish the live stream and I go off the air, you will be able to rewind and watch it back again. So yes, you will be able to rewatch as many times as you need, and you can fast forward and move around as well. So it'll be that feature unlocks. I don't think it does until after we go off the air. So
Alex says he wants to know if you can use this concept for T-shirt designs.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, these tools will be great for things like T-shirt designs.
So I'm going to share my screen for a second.
Yeah.
While behind the scenes, while you were doing your thing, I made a hat design with Grok.
Ah, okay. So
I'll show the hat design.
So producer Nick designed his own hat. Well, while I was doing my demos, he's over there messing around making hats. So let's take a look and see what he made.
There's the hat.
Here, I'll push it here. There we go. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, and it took me like 5 minutes. So that's an example of something you can do. So the answer to your question is yes.
Perfect.
All right.
Next question.
Alex wants to know more about that cruise we went on.
Yeah, it was called the San Juan Social Club. Good friend of mine named Davin Michaels was putting it on, and 450 of the world's movers and shakers all joined together. It was pretty cool. So it started in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and then it was, I think overall it was it 9 days? I think it was 9 days. 10. Wow. So, and we went to a bunch of different islands, and we got to do masterminding and networking, and it's quite something. Being able to hang out with some of those, some names and faces you guys might know. If you're on my mailing list, there's some people that I had promoted in the past. Guys like Brian Anderson was there, who's built an enormous business, helping businesses around the world. We had Damian Zamora is another guy who was with us there. So, and others that you would recognize. But yeah, that was San Juan Social Club. But it was an interesting thing. A lot of times I go to networking events where there's a lot of marketers, a lot of people that are just, doing ads and marketing and things like that. This time it was a much different crowd, much more upscale, like big movers and shakers doing big things, and not just money making. There were people also that were like doing really good work in charity and in philanthropy across the world. There was a woman who was helping the local community in Puerto Rico. Another guy who, after he got off the ship, he was going to Africa to walk across the African continent and help African communities drill for water. Where you have these communities that are starved for water, they travel long distances to get fresh water for their community when there's like water 100 feet down, if they just knew how to drill wells. So he's walking the continent and drilling wells and providing water to all of these communities. So a lot of interesting people, a lot of movers and shakers, and that's where we've been for the last almost 2 weeks.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask, Victor mentioned he had a list. He's interested in affiliate marketing. There's a list of 50,000 people on it. I asked him what his list is in, but I don't know if we saw it in the chat. Victor, what is your list about? Who's in your list?
So Victor, if you're still out there, let us know. Yeah, if your list is in the kind of like entrepreneurship or business or make money space, there may even be some things that we can work on together. So yeah, let us know if you're out there, what your list is all about, and maybe we can connect. Cool. Next question.
Here's what Alex says. I'm going to read his comment verbatim. He says, I keep hearing about Midjourney.
Yes. Yes. Midjourney was one of the originals. It's like the one of the first really on the scene to make high quality image generation. It started out where you had to use Discord. If you're familiar with the chat app called Discord to work with them, they now have a web interface. Yeah, and unfortunately, I think even though they were like the one breakthrough company who kind of opened the whole space, at this point, I would say that ChatGPT is better. I don't know, Nick, have you been in Midjourney lately? I know we used to use it a lot, but
I use it for fun. I'm not using it for like practicality or commercial reasons. I like to make funny things in there.
So would you say at this point, ChatGPT, if you had to pick one or the other, what would you pick?
If I had to pick one, it's ChatGPT, but I don't want that to indicate that Midjourney isn't good. They're good for separate reasons. And and because ChatGPT and Grok and Gemini have put out these advancements over the last week, I don't think Midjourney has to be that far behind. I think what we saw today, you could do in Midjourney probably about like within 30 days.
So hopefully they catch up. But
I think I follow a lot of AI art accounts on Twitter just because they just post pretty things, right?
Yeah. Well, I know
I think Midjourney is the best at making beautiful and pretty things, if that's your intention.
Yeah. Yeah, the aesthetic quality of the images that Midjourney puts out. Yeah, that, like you said, they can be very beautiful looking imagery. So, but yeah, it just doesn't have the advanced understanding, and it doesn't have the ability to combine these things away in the way to edit simply. It's missing some of those functions. Yeah.
So Victor has a follow-up for our question. He says, I have a list of people who use my AI book writing app.
We should connect. So Victor, do me a favor. Do you want him to connect with you directly, Nick, or how should we do that?
Yeah, sure. Victor, email me at nick@pushbutton.ai.
Yeah. Connect up with Nick, and let's chat and talk about how we might be able to collaborate. Cool.
All right. Scrolling back up. Here's a comment from Christmas Gadgets 2024. He says, I'm 67 years old, but I'm new. However, I know you from years back from the affiliate marketing scene. Always liked your work very much.
Oh, thanks. Thank you. I've been doing this stuff a while now. So I go back over 25 years of building businesses on the internet. So, and I've been teaching it for about 15, I think going on 15. Yeah. So for about the first 10 years, I was just building businesses and growing them and scaling them. And then, then about 10 years in, I started to teach it. Yeah.
Oops. So looks like Victor, he's sent me an email in the past. I might have missed it. So just send another one today. And I get way too many emails, and sometimes it's stuff slips through the cracks. So just have the subject line be Victor as one word, and I'll see you.
There you go. Yeah. So he'll be looking for you. So we'll make sure we connect.
Yeah. Okay. React with Wes says it's come a long way in such a short time.
On the pace of, and not, this is just one area of AI. So we're looking at image generation, but in every direction, the pace of innovation and advancement is just, it's incredible. It's incredible. There's like a new AI tool every hour. It's nuts. And then all of the existing tools are constantly improving. In fact, I want to ask the audience this question. So please do me a favor and answer this question. Don't be shy. How do you feel about the fact that there are so many tools and so many options and so many different things that you can do with AI? How does that make you feel? I want to hear are you excited? Are you overwhelmed? Are you a little bit, frustrated because you just don't know what to do? Are you confused? Let me know. How does that make you feel at the fact that this is moving forward so quickly and there's so many things to learn, so many different options? How does that make you feel? And please answer in the chat. It's an important survey for me. I would love to hear. And the shorter the answer, the better. How does that make you feel? Okay. Awesome. Looks like Victor sent that email. So keep an eye out for that, Nick.
All right. This is from May. She says, good question. Are Grok and Gemini image makers slow to produce? ChatGPT would not produce an image with children on one prompt.
Yeah, I would say sometimes if you get the censorship issue, you should re-ask it, modify your prompt slightly. I've had it where I just submit the same prompt and then it'll make it. One time it won't, next time it will. But they're all kind of slow. If you saw my live demos, they all move kind of slow. But would you say ChatGPT is the slowest?
ChatGPT is the slowest, but that's because it's the best. It's taking its time to make better products.
The image is like a higher resolution, higher quality image, so it seems to take longer to do. So, yeah.
And if you're trying to get around a guardrail, weird hack, maybe they might have patched it, but what I've done is, because I use Claude as my go-to right now, I'll go, Claude will say, I can't do that. And I say, sure you can, Claude. Believe in yourself. And sometimes it doesn't.
You give it a pep talk, and then it starts to do it.
Claude, believe in yourself. And then it'll do it.
That's hilarious. There you go. So if it won't do it, give it a pep talk, and then talk it into doing it.
Or threaten it. That works too.
I saw somebody who their successful thing of doing it was they would tell it that if it did it, then someone was going to be rewarded with food. And if it didn't do it, then they were going to kill a kitten. So that sounds horrible, but they would say that, and then the AI would suddenly just comply.
So the AI programming tool, Cursor?
Mm-hmm.
Someone found a system prompt that they use, and they're telling Cursor that if it does a good job, it'll get like a $2 billion check.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot what it was. And if it doesn't do a good job, some horrible catastrophe is going to happen.
Okay.
Like its family.
Yeah.
And someone on Twitter made this whole thread about how that's one of the reasons it's such a, because Cursor is really popular right now. It's a good tool. Mm-hmm. Someone on Twitter said that's one of the reasons it works so well.
Wow. Okay. Well, you reward it or threaten it, and then it will comply. And thank you. I see some of you voting with the survey that I asked before. So how does the AI landscape make you feel? That is the question. So if you haven't answered yet, I saw someone say frustrated, overwhelmed, and excited. Overwhelmed with too many programs. I see overwhelmed. I see frustrated. I see excited. Some people, maybe it makes you anxious, concerned that you're going to do the wrong thing, pick the wrong tool and then have to start over, or, so whatever that might be, could be negative, positive. I'd like to know, how does it make you feel, the fact that there are so many different tools and so many different strategies and, things that you can do with AI. Let me know in the chat. Let me know how that makes you feel. And thank you for those who have, answered my survey. So what else do we got in the chat, Nick?
Yeah, Chris wants to know, are there any watermarks or other marks on these images so that they can be identified as AI images?
Well, any image that you generate, or for that matter, any text that you generate, can be detected as AI. Now, there are workarounds that you can get around that. In fact, one of our early videos that was really popular was exactly how to do that. How do you make text so that it cannot be detected that it's from AI? There are some tricks that you can do with AI images that also make them difficult or impossible to detect if it's AI. As an example, if you have any image editor, heck, you could use Microsoft Paint or any image editor that there is. Open the image, modify it ever so slightly, and save it, and then whoop, there goes the all of the AI watermarks are gone. So, but there are tricks to undo that. But if you take them straight out of AI and go use them, it is possible to detect that they're AI. Now, that being said, I don't think most people realize the amount of computing power it would take to do that. I see people running around saying like, oh, I can't put AI content on my website because Google's going to penalize me. But they don't realize the sheer volume of computing power Google would have to use to check every web page across the internet to determine if it was AI or not AI. It's a very difficult challenge and a very expensive challenge. So I don't think it's something that you necessarily have to worry about. But if you are concerned, you can hide the fact that it's AI. There are ways to do that. Next.
So Alex says about our president's ad, he said he wants to know how old it is and that it does not look good.
Well, it's not intended to look real, first of all.
Well, he's right. It is a little dated.
Yeah. Well, you made that, a year and a half ago, I think. Yeah. So that was made a year and a half ago with the tools available at the time.
We'll make a new one, so it's up to your expectations.
You keep saying that.
No, you're right. I have like 50 things on my list.
Yeah, we have, just like our show intro, that was intentionally, one of the things that I like to do, by the way, and you should test this depending on what business you're in or what market you're in. But one of the things that I actually like to do is lean into and make AI even maybe a little bit cheesy, a little over the top on purpose, because I don't want people to think that I'm trying to trick them into like, this is, like have an AI spokesperson and try to trick them into thinking it's a real human. So what I'll often do is I will lean into it and make it really obvious that it's AI. In fact, we have intentionally left weird AI errors in our ads, like when we've run ads that intentionally have strange things in them. So it's really clear it's AI, and we do it on purpose. So we have found that can be effective. Depends on your niche, depends on who you're targeting, but just be aware that can be something that is useful. So it's clear that you're not trying to use AI to trick people. All right.
Okay.
What's next?
So Alex said, when I was showing a hat that I made, he asked, was that with ChatGPT? The answer is no. I made that in Grok.
So that was made in Grok.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me pull something up and then share my screen.
Oh, you made something else?
I did.
Okay, so producer Nick's been busy over there making stuff. So is it this next one is a ChatGPT one?
Yes. So here, let me see. So I took the hat, brought it in the ChatGPT.
Oh, we don't see you yet.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the screen. Sorry.
Okay.
So I pulled the hat over to ChatGPT, and I wanted Sam Altman, Trump, and Elon all hanging out wearing the hat.
So Trump is the ultimate peacemaker. He got Sam Altman and Elon Musk to get along. How about that? So maybe peace in the Middle East and over in the Ukraine is all achievable.
I wear that hat. That's really nice. Look at that.
Yeah, it's a great hat. It's a great hat. So,
all right. Back to the questions.
Okay. Should I turn it into a political show? Let's see. We can make half the audience mad. All right. So with that, here's what we're going to do. I am going to take a very quick commercial break. And what we're going to do next is open questions. So you can ask me anything about online entrepreneurship, marketing, succeeding as an entrepreneur, using these AI tools, whatever you want. Keep any question coming that I can help you with. But we are going to take a very quick commercial break. I got to pick which one I'm going to do. Let's try. There we go. The success session. So this next ad is pretty cool. I like it. If you actually would like to sit down with a professional who can help you be successful in building and starting a brand new business, then this ad is just for you. We'll be right back in just a minute with all the rest of your questions. And I've got a bonus strategy about using these tools to make money that I forgot to tell you. So I'm going to tell you when we get back. And with that, here's the commercial break. I'll see you in just a second. 25 years of building online businesses, I've discovered that it can be a confusing and overwhelming process. Luckily, I made it through all of that, and I've generated over $100 million in results across all of my companies over the years. But for many entrepreneurs, like you maybe, you might be facing uncertainty, overwhelm, confusion about what to do next to make profit online. Whether you're starting your first business or you might be trying to grow your existing business. And if you would like to get certainty, clarity, and your own roadmap to success, then I'm offering a special one-on-one consultation. This is a one-on-one success session. It is absolutely free. And the reason I'm offering this is because I've found that if you help people understand their roadmap and their path forward, that they'll do business with you when it makes sense. So by showing you and helping you get that clarity, get that certainty, and having your own roadmap to achieve success through online entrepreneurship, I know that if it's a right fit, that you'll do business with me in the future. So I'm willing to offer this totally free to join a member of my team and learn for yourself. And don't worry, there is no high pressure sales tactics here. This is just help to help you succeed. So instead of the high pressure sales, we're going to jump on with you one-on-one. We'll have an interview session to learn a little bit more about you and put together a specific program. We'll do a follow-up call and you'll be able to join one of my experts, and they're going to help you achieve the clarity that you desire so that you know what to do so you can make the maximum amount of profits fast for your unique situation. In this session, you're going to uncover exactly what business and marketing strategies are going to unlock the profits that you're looking for. You're going to uncover the best lead generation strategies for existing business owners. So if you've got a business that you want to expand, we're going to cover how to do that. If you're a new business owner, we're going to cover how to start your first successful business. We're going to help you deal with any overwhelm, confusion, or uncertainty on what to do next, which I find for new entrepreneurs is vital. Then we're going to help you figure out what might have gone wrong in the past, because chances are you've probably tried a few things and you might be frustrated with what happened. So we're going to cover what went wrong from past marketing efforts so that you don't make those mistakes again. Then you're going to discover unique methods of affiliate marketing that are not possible anywhere else. Finally, we're going to uncover any issues you might be having with mindset and the way you're approaching and thinking about your business so that you can learn what is the optimum way to get productivity, to stay motivated, to not go into procrastination, and actually get things done in your business. And then, if our push-button business building tools are the right solution for you, we will do a personalized live demo for you, and we'll show you how our tools can help you. And if it's a good fit, awesome, we can do some business together. And if not, you come away from the session with some value, knowing exactly what you need to do next. And that helps me achieve my mission in life, which is to help as many entrepreneurs like you as possible. Claim your absolutely free success session by going to the link that you see on the screen below and find exactly how we can help you. And whether or not you choose to do business with me now or sometime in the future, or maybe we don't do business at all, I am happy to be able to help you in your journey as an entrepreneur. I look forward to hearing all about your session. We'll see you next time. Okay, I managed to get back. I think I'm back. Am I back? Hopefully I'm back. Okay, so we just did an ad break. Probably YouTube is showing some ads to some people. Some people are seeing me and hearing me, but we're going to move on and finish up with open questions. So it is now Ask Me Anything. And before we move on to the next question, I want to remind everybody I'm holding it right here. So there it is in the YouTube app. We are actually 121 subscribers away from hitting 24K. Hey, I made a rhyme. So 121 subscribers to hit 24K. So if you are not yet a subscriber to the channel, now's the time. Help us hit that milestone. And it will unlock the chat, by the way. So we have subscriber-only chat turned on. I think we do. Do we have subscriber chat turned on?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you'd like to ask me anything at all so I can help you in your journey as an entrepreneur, open up that chat by subscribing to the channel. You'll see a red subscribe button down below. Also, one of the things that happens is if you don't hit the bell icon on that button, so when you first subscribe, you'll notice there's like a little bell. Tap it and tell YouTube that you want the notifications, because I keep hearing that we drop new training and then YouTube doesn't notify you about the new training. So we do one live show and one training every single week. We drop them here on the channel, and they're all free, obviously. So subscribe, and here I will refresh. Let's see. Hey, we went up. Okay, keep them coming. Just 120 left to go, and we are there. So with that, Nick, let's go back to questions.
Yeah. So Alex wants to know, what is the name of that show? He's talking about Severance.
Severance, yes, Severance.
It's on Apple TV.
Yeah, it's on Apple TV. I think Apple, I don't know if you have to have a subscription to Apple TV Plus. I think you do. But what a great show. Yeah. Very weird show.
Yeah.
We have a family watch party, actually. So I'm not the only one hooked. My wife, Nick, you're also hooked on the show too.
Yep.
His girlfriend, my younger son, his girlfriend, we're all going to watch Severance tonight. So with that, next question.
Jeff wants to know about Manus.
Manus. Manus is a very interesting project. And it's agentic AI, meaning that Manus can act as an agent on your behalf to do things. And it is powerful for some things. It's understanding when is the right time to use that tool, which is kind of part of why I was surveying everyone before, because I'm finding that I am overwhelmed with the choices, right? There are so many tools. And when should I use Manus? When should I use, ChatGPT? When should I use Claude from Anthropic? And on. There's so many tools and knowing when to use each one. But Manus is a fantastic tool that works like an agent, and it can do things for you. So it's a little different than just talking to a chatbot. It can actually go do things on your behalf. It can open essentially like a browser and do things on the internet on your behalf. So it's pretty cool tool. You kind of have to know, it's a power tool. So you kind of have to know how to use it to get the most out of it. But I'm finding for most users, it's probably overkill, honestly. Yeah.
All right. Alex wants to know, what is Nick's clothing company called?
Are we going to make a clothing line?
That would be fun. I don't have a clothing company. I just I made a hat for fun.
Yeah.
We do have. I'm working on a project with my brother. If you go, I'll type it in the chat. Bill's name. Go to nizzly.com. You can make your own T-shirt and sticker and phone case designs with AI, kind of like what we were just showing today.
Yeah, in fact, that's where I got this phone case. So nizzly.com. That is
and
yeah.
All of the technology we showed today, where you can do image editing, I think we're going to actually be able to put this into Nizzly. We've talked about it behind the scenes. So if watching this, you came up with some ideas, maybe you want to turn your dog into a Roman emperor, you might be able to do that on Nizzly very soon. So.
Yeah, one of the things that Nizzly does is it lets you use AI tools and then immediately create them. So it does stickers, does phone cases, T-shirts, and a bunch of other products are coming. And the system was built by my younger son, and then Nick is helping with the marketing and helping him launch that. So that is if you would like to just quickly make something that you want to put on a phone case or whatever. It makes it simple, makes it much simpler than you have to go to ChatGPT, make your image, and go off to another platform to then try to turn it into a product. And we just take care of all of it. So that's at nizzly.com.
All right. React with Wes wants to know, can you use ChatGPT AI images, upload them onto my push button AI courses?
You could, yeah, absolutely. In fact, in Push Button AI, those of you who have built sites with my platform, this, I'm sort of pre-announcing this before I can say more about it, but we will be supporting this new image model in Push Button AI. So you all have a tool. If you're on Push Button AI, maybe you may not even know this, but you can go create a page or edit any page on your website, and there's a built-in AI image tool where you can click a button and have it make images and stick them into the page for you. So that already exists for you in your websites. All you need to do, if you go in and use our drag and drop page editor, you'll see that there is a little like a little image icon or a little AI icon. If you click that, you can actually have our tool call AI, make text, make images, and then stick them into the web page for you. So, and we will be supporting these new models in that tool, and you all already have access to it if you're a Push Button AI customer. Next.
All right. Alex wants to know which AI is the best for building a website / landing page.
Well, I might be just a little biased on this question. So thanks for asking the question, because it lets me promote something. So our platform called Push Button AI builds your whole business, including your website. So it does your website, and not only it helps you find a great domain name, register the domain name, set up the website, all the hosting, all the technical stuff, install plugins and themes and everything that goes with launching a new website. It does it all for you and launches your business. So yeah, you can, if you want to get a demo, if you'd like to see that for yourself, then check it out. Go to pushbutton.ai/demo. It's pushbutton.ai/demo. Can you pop that link out there? Oh, fantastic. So you can join one of my team. They'll just pull up the screen and they'll demo it for you so you can see it. But that's my recommendation, but that's because that's my tool. There you go.
All right.
Next question.
So this is before I clarified if I have a clothing company, but Alex says, I think I want a session with Nick if he's making money with his clothing company. What do you say, Nick? I'm making money in other ways, but not with a clothing company.
Yeah, Nick was previously very successful as in e-commerce, and he had a custom like jewelry and lifestyle brand, and he built that business up. You made how much would that? I mean, multiple six figures. I know.
$500,000.
So about $500,000 in revenue, and then he decided that he didn't like e-commerce, and he he gave it. It's a hand-me-down business. He gave it to my wife, who now runs it for him. So yeah, so his background is e-commerce, and but he does not have a clothing line. Yeah.
So with that, we're all caught up, but we have more.
By the way, I do know a way that people can get marketing advice from you.
Oh, yeah.
Just become a subscriber of Ingeniosity. So Nick runs the Ingeniosity newsletter. That whole lineup is run and managed by him. And he does put out, so not only do you get marketing and entrepreneurship advice from me, but from him as well. So it's the two of us, and he manages that entire project for us. So just go subscribe to the Ingeniosity newsletter. And if you do, you also get access to a bunch of playbooks. So like the slide deck you saw me showing today, there's over 20, there's like what, 30 of them in there now?
Yeah.
Each one covers a different topic, a different tool, a different method, and you get the whole library for free when you become a subscriber. So there you go.
So we had a giveaway that we ran. We announced the last show.
Oh, yeah.
The winner before we go.
Okay.
Before we do that, there's one more question.
Okay.
And then I have the winner.
Okay.
And we'll announce the winner for that.
Okay, so just let me tee that up a little bit. So we've had a contest running. It's been a comment contest. So we've asked people to comment on some of our posts here on YouTube, on some videos here on YouTube, and we did a $100 instant prize money giveaway. So we are announcing the winner for that in just a moment. So hopefully the winner's here, and we'll see when producer Nick has. He uses some random tools that randomly pick winners. So he's done that. We have the winner. We'll announce that in just a couple of minutes, and then. But we have a question, so let's do the question.
Yes, from Jazzman. I like your name, by the way, Jazzman. It's a good name. He wants to know, what is the difference between push button AI and commission engine?
All right. So push button AI builds businesses. Commission engine builds affiliate businesses. So let me think of a best way to describe it. So commission engine is a tool that makes an affiliate marketing business where you can earn commissions from affiliate products. And it uses some of the same technology. In fact, push button AI powers commission engine. So it'll build a business, but it's targeted towards affiliate marketing and making commissions. Versus push button AI will build you a business if you want to run your own business where you're selling your own products or services, whether it's ebooks, courses, training materials, or if you want to generate leads for a business. It helps you build a business where you promote your stuff. And then commission engine helps you build a business promoting affiliate stuff. And what we do is we tap into affiliate networks like ClickBank. So we actually have a direct relationship with ClickBank. We tap into their whole library of affiliate products. And then the AI helps you pick products, helps you promote those products, and make commissions with affiliate marketing. So that's the difference. And by the way, if you book a demo with the team, they can show you either one. So if anybody here is curious about this commission engine product or what's the difference between it and our push button product, just book a demo, and they'll be happy to show you the two tools and help you decide if one of those is a good fit for you.
All right. So, well, there's more statements from Alex.
Mm-hmm.
Read those.
Okay.
I think we'll call it for cutoff for questions.
Okay.
And then we'll move on to the giveaway.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. So some comments from Alex, and then we'll announce the winner of our $100 giveaway.
All right. First, he says he's trying to build a luxury clothing brand like Tommy Bahama or Polo Ralph Lauren.
Cool. So an upscale clothing line.
Yep.
I like it.
And then a follow-up, he says, I need to talk with you, Nick. Well, two ways you can talk to me. Subscribe. Go to pushbutton.ai/subscribe. Join my newsletter. I write multiple times a week. You can reply to the emails. I'm going to be honest. I get so many emails. I don't reply to most of them.
Mm-hmm.
But if you send me a good and specific question, I might be able to help you. Don't send anything ambiguous. It's very hard to help people. Like, I get questions all the time that are just, how do I make money?
Yeah.
That's a very ambiguous question, and I can't really provide much.
So send in a specific question about what they want help with, and then you can help them. Okay.
Second way is I'm here with Bill every week, 2 p.m. Pacific, every Wednesday. Come and we do AMAs every single week. So
yeah, we'll be happy. Yeah, I don't have to. If you want producer Nick to specifically answer a question for you, you can absolutely ask him in our live sessions, and I'll do my best to zip it and let him answer it for you.
Yeah. Usually we co-host together. Usually I'm up in LA. I rent a little studio and I work from there. I'm on camera. But I'm at Bill's house today, so it's like 70-30 this time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So normally he is my co-host, so you can get help from him. He'll be happy to help you out.
Yep.
All right.
Do you want to let me pull up the exact username. Do you want to do a drum roll before I announce?
Okay, let's see here. All right, ready?
Yeah. Okay, the winner is Chris Talent.
Chris Talent.
Chris Talent. So I'm gonna copy and paste his username into the chat, and I'll try and get in contact with him. But Chris Talent is the winner. He wins $100.
All right. So Chris Talent. You commented on one of our comment contests, and you won. So, Chris, are you here? Let's see if he is here, or she, because it could be either. And let us know if you are here, and then we'll make arrangements. But we're going to try to reach out to you with whatever contact information that we have available to us. And if you are here, that will make it easier to get you your prize money. And it doesn't look like, I'm not seeing an answer, so it doesn't look like Chris is here.
So I'm replying to his comment. We'll get in touch with him.
Okay.
I'll end it after the show.
Fantastic. Well, congrats to Chris. You are the winner. Now, we'll do more of these. We have more, especially knowing we're creeping up to our $25,000 subscribers. So I hope by tomorrow that we cross over in that 24,000 threshold, but I would love to see us break 25,000. So we're going to do another contest next week. I will be announcing it, and it will be the March to 25,000 subscribers. And all of you can participate and win some cool stuff. So then I think that wraps us up. Yeah? Are we good?
Good.
Okay, cool. Well, then one thing I want to remind you of, and Nick, if you can repop that link out, we have a classroom that is open right now. You can learn all about how to use AI and affiliate marketing, where you promote other people's products. You don't have to ship them, touch them, do anything with them. You let other companies deal with that. You just promote them using AI tools, and you get to earn commissions. It's a great way to break into, if you've never had a business online before, great way to add additional income if you've already got one. So the classroom is open, but I think there's only about 48 hours left on the clock before they pull it down. And you'll get a lesson from me. You'll learn all about some tools that we have called Commission Engine that help you actually build those kind of businesses. And there's an open chat there, so you can chat with my team, learn more about both the strategy, the tactic, our tools. But that classroom is open, and you can go there now. That one is at pushbutton.ai/commissions. Link is in the chat. Let me just go pin that one. And chat. Pinned. Okay. And with that, we are going to wrap things up. So thank you so much for joining us today. It was great seeing a lot of new faces. So all of you who are new to the channel, I hope to see you next week. We'll be back on Wednesday at 2 o'clock Pacific. It's 5 Eastern. And then we have more videos coming to the channel all the time. And producer Nick, thanks for making today work despite the fact that you're not in your studio. So thank you for making this all happen. He's been scrambling behind the scenes to get pull this all together today. So hats off to Nick.
Well, some of this news is less than 24 hours old.
Yeah.
And I'm really sick. We just got back from our cruise. So
yeah.
I scrambled to try.
Yeah, we got back. He came back sick, unfortunately. So, but so Blue Mountain hats off to Nick. There you go. That's your clothing brand, Blue Mountain.
I like that.
All right. Well, with that, we'll see everybody next time. Bye for now.
Launch a business in just 5 days with the help of AI. That sounds amazing, right? The problem is most people are doing it all wrong. You've heard the success stories of people making money online, but when you try to start, it's like hitting a wall. Where do you even begin? What tools do you use? And how do you make it all work together? The process feels endless. Weeks, maybe months of trial and error, only to realize you're no closer to your goals. It's exhausting, and every day you're stuck, you're leaving money on the table. But it doesn't have to be this way. The truth is, building an online business can be simple if you have the right system. That's exactly what the 5-Day Wealth Engine gives you. A clear, step-by-step process that takes the guesswork out of launching a business. With over $100 million in results and 25+ years of experience, I can help you do this in my 5-day challenge. We'll work together to help you apply my proven methods. I'll guide you through harnessing AI to work smarter, not harder. In just 5 days, you'll go from feeling stuck and overwhelmed to having a fully launched, ready-to-profit business. You'll learn how to use the latest tools, avoid costly mistakes, and create something sustainable that fits into your life. Imagine what it would feel like to stop spinning your wheels and finally take action toward the future you've been dreaming about. No more endless research. No more second-guessing yourself. Just results. Fast. If you're ready to turn your vision into reality, click the link now to join the 5-Day Wealth Engine. Spots are limited, and the next challenge is about to start. So take action while you can. This is your chance to make it happen.
No, I have an AI tool that's a company called Push Button AI that helps people build course businesses. It builds the whole business, bottom to top. It helps you do the research to pick the niche market, helps you figure out what topics you should write about, what your course should be about, what the lessons should be about. It outlines the lessons. It writes the whole thing. It creates your sales page. It creates your page to get leads to subscribe to your business. It even writes your email sequence. It does audiobooks, video trainings, and a whole lot more. You just answer 2 questions and you hit a button, and it does it all. If you're interested in that, certainly you can book a demo to see it for yourself. You'll see with your own eyes. We're often running webinars and other trainings as well. So I'll drop links to either our webinar or our demos down below so you can check it out and see if it's something for you. But I found that most people get really overwhelmed and frustrated with the technical stuff. So that's why we created Push Button AI. If you're looking for a tool, we'll just do it for you and it'll just handle the technical stuff. So when it comes to like setting up your web hosting, registering a domain name, setting up your email marketing, we even include a complete, fully functional email marketing platform that you can log into and email all of your customers and subscribers. It's all included. And all of the tech setup is done by the AI. If you want that, then definitely schedule your demo. You can get a demo from us by going to pushbutton.ai/demo. Now, at the time of recording this video, Push Button AI is not publicly for sale, but if you book a demo, they'll show you the technology, and if it makes sense, if it's something that can really help you, they'll invite you into our early access program. But what they'll do first is show you the technology. They'll talk about what kind of a course you might want to make. They'll talk about your business plans. They'll help guide you on what the right choices are for creating your first course business. And then if it makes sense, if it's the right tool for you, they'll invite you into the early access program. But check out the demo. It's mind-blowing. Again, that's at pushbutton.ai/demo. That's pushbutton.ai/demo. Those of you who are not yet a Push Button AI customer, then you need to check this out. And all you need to do is go to pushbutton.ai/demo, pushbutton.ai/demo, and you can get a live one-on-one appointment to get on Zoom and see this powerful technology in action. And with Push Button AI, it will build an entire business from bottom to top. Everything you need, from your domain name to your logo to videos to audio lessons, an entire course that you can sell as your own, a 30-day email sequence that it writes. You can send a daily email for 30 days, all written by AI, and a whole lot more. It writes your sales page. If you're not sure how to write an expert sales page to convince people to buy stuff, it writes it for you. It writes a free report that you can give away to get subscribers to your list. It even creates and writes the opt-in subscription page to get people to subscribe to get the free report. And it goes on and on and on. It even writes your first 10 blog posts for you, and it can do so much more. Social media posts, ads, all of these things are done, and all you have to do is answer a couple of questions and push a button. Now, Push Button AI is not available to the public at the time of recording this video. And the only way to get in is by invite to our behind-the-scenes beta access. And during your live demo, we'll show you the technology. We'll actually work with you to actually map out an entire course that you could sell as your own. We'll outline the course with you together on the one-on-one Zoom call. And then if you so decide, if you're a good fit, you can come in, join our Push Button AI beta program, and be in business with that very course by the next day. Go to pushbutton.ai/demo to figure out if this powerful technology is right for you. You can register there. You'll book an appointment in the calendar. Be sure you show up. Our team will be very excited to meet you and show you how the tech works, outline your new course for you, and hopefully it's a fit and we can work together to launch your next business.